Yeah, looking nice. So just a 5-minute walk later, and here you have the bus stop and the Whalers General Store. And I wanted to give an idea of distances being covered here. So from where I'm staying to here is a 20-minute drive. From here to Secret Beach, where I will try to hitchhike to next, that is about a 17-minute drive. So basically a 40-minute drive from my hotel up to Secret Beach on the North Shore. And then the road continues a ways past that. You get to Princeville, Honolulu, and then a ways further to the end of the road at Kapaa Beach, where the Kapaa Trail starts. So basically from where I'm staying to the end of the road this way is covering approximately half of the island as far as the road system, and then the roads stop because of the Nepali coast, a section of about 15 miles in which there are the Nepali cliffs, and they couldn't build a road. Instead, there is a hiking trail 11 miles to the Kapaa Beach and campground, which I have done many times. That said, missing cats and dogs. Oh no. Turtle theft. Somebody stole turtles. That's terrible. All right, gonna grab a drink here. So I just got a couple of passion orange guava coconut waters here. They were $1.40 each. Going to keep on hitching here. Let's see how long this takes. A few little raindrop sprinkles coming down, but doesn't look like any serious rain is going to happen anytime soon, although the weather can change here quickly. So a little update. I have now been hitchhiking for 23 minutes without luck. And I remember that I do have another option, which is that Uber works here. So I used Uber to get from the airport to my hotel yesterday. It cost just $14, but that was for just a 7-minute drive. Where I'm staying is just north of the airport, so it isn't cheap either. From here to where I'm trying to go, 17 minutes down the road, would be 23 bucks. So I think I'm going to maybe stick it out to the top of the hour. It's 12:40 in the afternoon right now. Maybe hang in there another 20 minutes. If I haven't gotten a ride by then time to shell out for an Uber. And guess who picked me up? A subscriber. So I worked here back in 2011, 2012, when I lived on the island for 8 months. Hey folks, so I'm hard at work at my landscaping job here. It's an amazing sunny afternoon here, and I thought I'd give a quick little tour of what I'm up to. The first thing that I'll point out is that right down there is a parking lot that is the parking lot to go to Secret Beach, which is one of the nicest beaches on the island. You have to walk down a little trail down that way, and then it goes down this steep path, and through there you can see the ocean. That's a beautiful looking house that's under construction. And so what I'm doing today is replanting ape. So this here is an ape plant, and so I've dug up a bunch of them, and now I'm gonna walk over to the little landscaping rig and drive over to where I'm planting them. So this is our pretty awesome landscaping mobile here. It's almost brand new. We had another one that was a little bit smaller. So I'm gonna sort of one-hand it here with the driving. That's my boss over there. That's the house for where the owners live. There's a little like landscaping sheds over there. Here you got just an amazing view. Then head down this little road here, paying attention. So here's the back side of the house. This is where I've been working a lot. I planted all those sweet potato plants right there. I had an apartment in Kapaa. I didn't have a car, I had a bicycle. And worked here, I forget, 3, 4, 5 days a week. And then I had another job. I must have worked here maybe 3 days a week and had the other job 2 days a week, something like that. Landscaping for that very expensive property there, which is right above Secret Beach. And so big thanks to Ross there and his wife, I think maybe Pearl, for giving me the ride and driving me all the way down to the trailhead here. And then it is a 10 or so minute walk to amazing Secret Beach, one of the best beaches on the island, one of the best beaches in Hawaii, one of the best beaches in the world. And the weather is improving, getting some blue skies here. So my aspiration was to spend the afternoon on the beach, actually maybe working on my tan. That wasn't looking likely, looking better now. And here you get a nice view of the waves, and this is where the surfers walk to check the wave conditions and decide if they want to make the hike down there to surf. I can see some surfers out there now, so sweet. And so here's where you get a good taste of the best of Hawaii. Just ultimate beach, perfect sand. Pretty choppy out there, but the waves are moderate, so swimming will definitely be possible, but you got to be careful. Strong rip current here. There are other beaches like Anini that are protected by reef and don't have the waves. So I came here to Secret Beach back in 1997. As I mentioned, first time to Kauai was in 1989 with my mom and brother. I don't think that we came down to Secret Beach that time. I came back in 1997 as a 24-year-old backpacker for 2 months. Bought a flight from California to Honolulu, actually to the Big Island, and went there first, spent a week there, and it just wasn't working for me. And I remembered having enjoyed Kauai, and I remembered the Kalalau Trail, and decided that I wanted to do that hike, because when I was here with my mom and Christo, my brother, in '89, then we hiked the first 2 miles of the Kalalau Trail, and I'd heard that it went all the way to the end where there was a campground. And so I decided to hop over to Kauai from the Big Island for the rest of my 7 weeks, because I had a flight, I guess, out of Honolulu back to California 2 months in total in Hawaii that time. So I stayed at the hostel in Kapaa, and some more information that I got from the lady, I think it was Sabrina, that gave me the first ride. She said that the hostel is back open. It had closed down because of COVID for a couple of years and is now back open. So that's a good budget option, although she said dorm beds are $85, so not exactly cheap. I remember it was like 25 bucks the first time I was here in '97, and so I stayed at the hostel there for a few nights when I first hopped over here. I was on a, you know, extreme tight budget at the time, but could afford the hostel at least. And somehow or other heard about Secret Beach, came down here. Now I'm getting lost in the whole story because I come down to the beach. There are a few hippies right here making music. I just walk past, go sit over there, and then decide to walk up to them and just ask if I can hang out and make music or whatever, just to talk with them. As I'm walking over to them, I realize I recognize a guy that I had been on a whole adventure with the previous summer of '96. I read about all this in my book, Following My Thumb. This guy that I went on a whole like road trip from California to Sedona, Arizona, and really cool guy from Canada. So anyways, the point that I'm getting to is that at that time, a whole tent city developed here of hippies and travelers living in tents on the beach. There were, you know, a dozen or whatever tents right under the trees there. And then just like a few weeks later, sometime when I was still here, then they shut that down. The police came down, kicked out all the tents, made sure that people weren't going to do that in the future. Because I actually did stay here for a couple nights, I remember, at some point. But that finished at that point. So anyways, very nice beach, and as you can see, a few people, but not many. And the further you go that way, it gets less crowded. So really the best place to hang out is at the end of the beach down there. They're catching the waves. Even though they are really quite small actually, which is fine with me. Perfect for having fun out there, body surfing. I think I won't go all the way to the end. It is a bit of a trek. Feeling a little lazy, and I'm going to have a walk out of here to get back to the highway and hitchhike back to my room. But I think I'll grab a spot on the beach right on down here and get in the water. Oh yeah. Wasn't thinking that was likely to happen earlier when it was sprinkling, but just perfect now. All right, so let's see how this goes. Seems like the waves have gotten a little bit bigger. Definitely going to be a little bit of a challenge, and got to be very careful. The water is feeling nice. This might be more of a quick dip than a real body surf. That would be nice, but definitely pulling pretty hard back this way, and the waves go in multiple directions, so not exactly ideal for swimming, but good enough to get wet. It's getting shallower right here, so at least I know I can easily touch at this point, but let's go for it. not going to be getting actually out there where the waves are breaking. Just too unpredictable. Pulling hard that way. But it is awesome to be in the water, on the beach, in the sun. Maybe get a little tan action happening. See, that looks fun to be just right there. But you want to be just 100% certain you can gain control. Because you get swept out and can't touch, and then you're in a bad situation. It's hard to even get out there. Chill here for a while. It's still early afternoon, so have a relaxing hour or two on the beach, and then get back to the road, hitchhike to Kapaa, and maybe stop there, show a bit of Kapaa, maybe even have something to eat. We'll see. So this is what I'm talking about with the weather. You're relaxing on the beach and then see the rain coming, and if you don't want your stuff to get all wet, then try to get under a tree. I'm sure it won't last for more than a few minutes though. The surfers don't care. But don't want wet shorts, shirt, etc. And it turned into a pretty steady rainstorm here, so packed up, walking back. There is a bus stop at Kilauea, so I can stand under that and try to hitchhike, see how it goes, and if nothing else, catch an Uber. But it's going to be expensive because it's twice as far to get back to Kapaa or all the way to my hotel. So gonna wait for this to mellow out a little bit, and then walk back to the highway, give the hitching a try, see how it goes. And I now have a little bit of a situation. The rain has seriously picked up. It's coming down pretty good there. The rain jacket that I have is just kind of not great for warmer temperatures, and since I'm already kind of wet, I'm gonna get that out and put it on, and it's just gonna feel sticky and wet and too hot, and so I might as well just endure the rain shirtless for now. But the bigger problem is that the bus stop looks like it no longer exists. So there's this construction zone here at Kilauea, which I had seen when we driven past, but I hadn't noticed that the bus stop area has been changed, and I didn't completely 100% confirm because it's up just a little bit, but I think that it completely is gone, which is bad for two reasons. One, not a spot now for people to pull over to pick me up. Secondly, no bus stop cover for me to get under with the rain here. So this is just one of those traveling conundrums, which I will straighten out one way or another, but I'm not sure how that's going to happen yet, because I don't want to stand out in that rain and just get everything all soaking wet, including my backpack and everything. So I don't know, maybe I will just end up shelling out for an Uber under these circumstances. Going to wait a few minutes, see what happens. Slightly improved situation. The rain has stopped for now. I walked from where I was down there and confirmed, sure enough, the bus stop is just completely gone now. And so first priority was to get somewhere that people can pull over better. So here's a better spot, but it could still be a while hitchhiking, shirtless and wet. Maybe I'll put my shirt on and just accept it getting wet. All right, back to work. So this is Kapaa. This is my favorite town on the island. The best location, in my opinion, for exploring Hawaii. This is also where I lived for 6 months in an apartment out there back in 2011, 2012, when things were cheaper. I had a room to myself in a 2-bedroom apartment for $400 a month. I'm guessing that that same room is at least double that, if not more. So $800 a month for the apartment, and then I had a roommate in a separate room. I prefer Kapaa because it is away from Lihue, the bigger town, and all of my favorite places on Hawaii are on the North Shore, and so this is kind of the gateway to the North Shore. So from here you can catch the bus or drive or whatever, hitchhike up to all the best beaches and the cool little towns up there. And so I mentioned that I worked at that property at Secret Beach, and so that's when I was living here. I didn't have a car, and so I would take the bus with my bicycle up to the town of Kilauea, where the bus stop was now non-existent. There must be another bus stop elsewhere where you can get off and get on, because I'm sure that the bus is still stopping. And so I would take my bike on the bus. They have a bike rack, and then get off and bicycle, or sometimes just walk down to that property to work. And then I had another job at another property that was just a couple of miles away from there. So it didn't take too long to get that ride from Kilauea down here to Kapaa. Put the tank top on so that I wasn't shirtless, at least, and one guy pulled over, and then he was only going to Molowa'a, and I wasn't sure it was going to be as good of a spot to hitchhike. And so I said thanks but no thanks and kept hitching there, and then this cool guy pulled over, Bill, retired former airline steward, and so we talked a bunch of travel stuff because he had been to Portugal and Greece and Tahiti and all over the world. All right, now going to walk on down here, and not quite ready to get a full meal, but maybe do a little shopping to take to my hotel and then hitchhike the rest of the way. So I'm at the main shopping center here on the south side of Kapaa. Just did a long walk. Kapaa is a really long town, and so taking a break and considering what I want to do. So the first thing is that checking Uber, then it isn't too bad to get back to my hotel. Variable prices here, not sure why there's such a big difference, but $13 or $24 or $18 pet. Never heard of that for you and your pet. So I can get back to my room for $13, so that's good to know. If I'm just not in the mood for the hitchhiking, which is definitely feeling likely at this point. I'm just getting really wiped out. And then I am considering whether I want to eat here, because I'm just getting on the edge of hunger. But there is a restaurant right near my hotel that is like the only thing that I could walk over to. But the selection isn't great when it comes to main courses, so wanted to give an idea of prices. Driftwood Bar and Grill. So appetizers, truffle garlic fries, $14 for fries, $12 for nachos, wonton chips and Hawaiian salsa, $9, grilled Kauai corn on the cob, $10, hummus, $12. So these prices for appetizers are like, you know, what you might expect to pay for a main course in a lot of places in Europe or various places around the world. Then you get to greens, fruits, and veggies. So a blackened mahi salad is $32 for a salad. Papaya stuffed with tuna, $22. Chicken salad, $24. Shrimp ceviche, $18. And then here you have sandwiches and wraps. A grilled cheese sandwich is $15, and that is literally just a grilled cheese, not like a fancy one or anything. Grilled Cajun chicken Caesar wrap, $21. Club sandwich, $21. Hawaiian wrap, $20. Island fish sandwich, $22. Fish wrap, $22. Grilled veggie sandwich, $18. Vegetable wrap, $18. And then they have bento, I guess, boxes that are $15. Wagyu cheeseburger, $22. Add bacon, avocado, egg, $3 each. And then that is the end of the menu. Then it goes into the kids menu and desserts. And so they don't have like real entree main courses. It's just sandwiches and appetizers and salads. So that isn't as inspiring to eat at. The burger, I bet, will be good. But I'm now considering, do I want to wait and have a burger, which was the only thing that was really jumping out at me, or get something here when it's like 4 o'clock. And I also want to do some shopping. Safeway right here. Get some eggs and, you know, snacks and can of chili or whatever, in case I decide to just eat in my room there, because I have a kitchen, but I don't want to cook every night. My cooking is very, very limited. So point being, I'm not sure what's happening next. Just resting and pondering the possibilities. From Portland, Oregon.
Oh, okay.
Out here for a week, but I lived on Kauai a bunch of years ago. A couple times. You from here?
Originally from the Philippines, actually.
Oh, okay, cool. Which island?
Isabela.
I haven't heard of that one. I've been to the Philippines once, to Palawan and Coron.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I want to go back and see more.
You should.
A lot to see there. Yeah. A little cheaper than Hawaii, too.
Yes. I'm going in this coming June, so I'm like, hurry up.
Yeah. Like to visit family or kind of vacation or?
Well, a long time I never see my sister-in-law for 4 years because of COVID. So
Oh, okay, I see.
I just want to go back, and she wants to see my daughter too at the same time. So.
All right.
Good timing.
Yeah. Are there direct flights from Honolulu to Manoa?
Yeah.
Nice. That's good. So a slight change of plans. I decided to go shopping, get dinner to make here, and get back to my room and relax. So I have a bag of groceries here that cost $57 at Safeway. And I'm going to show you what I got. So, cheese, eggs, coconut water, sour cream, and so butter. This is the dinner plan. One of my favorite things that I can actually cook. Amy's organic chili, vegetarian. It's really good. And then I put on it cheese, sour cream, salsa, and some avocado. And then I eat it with chips. And it is super filling and very tasty. And then another can of the chili, some spices to make eggs in the morning, and a tomato. So that is it for $57 there. That is going to do it for today's Dave Exploring in Hawaii. This is just day one. I have a whole week here, so lots more coming from beautiful Kauai, Hawaii. See ya. Aloha.